We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Today I have for you a review, some swatches, and a demo of the SAHARA palette by Face Candy.
We lose ourselves.
And this is a palette that I got off of the Shop Hush app. You guys know I've been buying a lot of things from there because it's very economical. But everything that I bought from there was from the brand Bad Habit. And I was kind of straying away from the others thinking they can't be nearly as good. But I believe I got this recommendation from Nikki Murphy. If it wasn't Nikki Murphy, it was Amy Ecker. One of those gals that have been doing a lot of Bad Habit and Hush reviews talked about this palette. I really want to say that it was Nikki Murphy because I remembered this incredible gold shade on her lid in one of her videos. So anyways, I was going to give you a little look at what it looks like. I'm not sure if this is a dupe for something. I probably need to research that and I'll put it in the annotations. As I look at it, it doesn't remind me of anything that I have in particular, but as I did the swatches, I was like, yes, this is beautiful. It's smooth, super pretty, and I'm excited to use it in an eye look for you today. So if you'd like to see the eye look that I come up with, then please keep watching. So please excuse the state of my hair. I went through and curled it all, and I just kind of pinned it up to get it out of my face, and then at the end I'll actually do something with it, make it look presentable. But since I got my new haircut, I've been doing all kinds of things and just trying new styles, curled and straight and curly and, you know, all that jazz. So I'm going to get started. I already have all my foundation, eyebrows, blush, bronzer, highlighter, all that stuff on. So if you're curious about how I do that, I will, up there, we'll put a card to my routines or my updated routines playlist. It has foundation, eyebrows, and face, I think, something like that. And I also have a 101 series that is kind of far back, but still has some good tips. If you're interested in those things, I'll link them in the cards up there for you. And yeah, so let's get started with this. I have my eyes, I'm like really excited about this one actually, because when I started swatching it, it's so much prettier than it even looks. But I have an idea in mind, and it has some glitter. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm feeling inspired today, and I want to do something really pretty because I plan on filming lots of other videos behind this, and I want to look good in those videos. I have my eyes primed with Painterly Paint Pot and set with an eyeshadow that just kind of matches my skin tone just to provide myself with the blank canvas here. And so I think I'm going to start with light and build up the color and just kind of go from light to dark. And I think I'm going to have a dark lid today. I haven't done that in a long time. I usually have a light shimmery lid, but I really do like this dark shimmery, it's kind of a chocolate color. Anyways, I really like that. I think that would be really pretty. And I think if I decide to do some glitter, it will make that a contrast and make it show up more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with my Wayne Goss number 16 and go into the shade right here, which is called Desert Lily. And I'm just going to put that all over my crease as my transition color. With the same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Sand Viper, which is right here. And it's a little bit mauvier, it's a little bit deeper. I'm going to keep this a little bit closer to the upper crease and not go out so far with it. Really concentrate that just right above my natural crease.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away.
Okay, next I'm going to take this shade Gazelle, which is a much deeper brown, and my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush, which is kind of a flat shader. And I'm just going to place this in my outer corner, tap it right here on my outer corner, and pull it up into my crease a little bit. Wow, that's super pigmented. Yay. But it is kind of melting away as I blend it in. Not sure about that. It is giving some depth, but it's kind of weird. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm just going to grab BR250 by Coastal Scents, just a fluffy blender, and try this in like a circular motion, kind of more of a buffing motion. It really looks like it's just completely blending away. Let's see. There is a really dark, almost an eggplant color right here called Date Palms. I may try a little of that and see if that'll give me the depth that I'm looking for. I'm going to start tapping off because I think these are going to end up falling out. I'm super impressed with the transition mattes. They worked perfectly, so I'm like kind of surprised that these darker colors aren't performing well. Those are usually the ones that do at least give some depth. I'm not sure about it. I think I'm going to stop there and go ahead and put this dark chocolate color called Dusted all over my lid, and then I'll try to go back in with a smaller brush and see if I can't get some depth after that. I'm just going to put this on with my finger. It's a really pretty color, and I'm just going to put this across my whole lid, and then I'll, with my finger, and then I'll come in with a brush and fill in the gaps. It's really pretty color. Very dark, but also has like a rusty shimmer or sheen that's kind of running through it that makes it look not so drastic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'm going to take the beginning brush and just kind of go through the crease and just make sure that's nice and smooth. That one applied really beautifully, and I just used that same Makeup Geek brush just to make sure that was nice and opaque. Alright, I think what I'll do is just take a more concentrated, a smaller blender brush. This is a Wayne Goss number 19. I'm going to try to go back into that Gazelle color and just see with this smaller, more dense, concentrated brush if maybe I can get that depth that I'm looking for on the outer corner here. I'm going to slightly pull it into the crease. I almost feel like I want to pull in a black, but I'm trying to stick with this palette exclusively so you can see how it performs. I don't think it's doing much, guys. I'm getting a little frustrated with it. Let me try the Date Palms again, the darker eggplanty kind of color. See if it'll do anything. I'm kind of bouncing it instead of going in circles. That's helping a little. I just wanted there to be a little bit more depth in the outer V. That worked a little bit, but I'm afraid to blend it. I'm going to blend it very gingerly because it seemed like the last time it kind of took the color off. That worked a little better this time, but I am experiencing a little bit of fallout. Before I move on to the other eye, I'm going to take a Morphe, if I can find it, yeah, a Morphe E39, which looks like, it's a E36, which looks like that, which is just kind of a rounded blender. I don't know, kind of a rounded pencil brush, but really little. And I'm going to use that same dark brown color, which is called Gazelle, right up next to the lash line. Concentrate it there. It's working better there with this denser brush. About 2/3 of the way across.
We lose ourselves.
I may use this brush to try to put a little bit more of that brown on there. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time in that outer corner, but I think it's okay now. I do see some depth there. And yeah, the other thing I'm going to do is clean off this brush and then go into the chocolatey shade, the dusted shade, and go on the all the way into the inner corner with that. Like that. I also took a little bit of that shade Dusted and ran that underneath the darker color just to kind of smooth that out a little bit. Now I'm going to go back in with Desert Lily in my beginning brush and just kind of go around the outside of all this and make sure that it's nice and soft. And blend it out looking pretty. And I think it does. I do want to highlight my brow bone and inner corner, and there's a really weird minty looking blue that looks white when I swatched it, and so I'm going to try that on my inner corner. I'm not sure about it, but I am going to do that, and I'm just going to use Sandstorm right here for above or below my eyebrow because it's just kind of a basic cream color. Kind of a sand color, really. For that, I'm going to use my Morphe. Actually, this isn't a Morphe. It's a no-name brush, but it's a pointed flat concealer brush into Sandstorm. And just go along my brow line just to designate between that. It's not very light, actually. But I think it's still accomplishing what I want it to. I may use a little of that frosty color if it doesn't look too harsh on my inner corner. For that, I'm going to use a Morphe M168, which is this little weird short stubby kind of a pencil brush into the shade Mirage, which is that icy color right there. And we're going to go into the inner corner and see how that does there. Not sure about it. I don't know. I think maybe a fluffier brush. I'm going to use my BRC N51 by Coastal Scents, which is a pointed shader brush. See if that won't place that a little bit better. It just doesn't, it seems to be melting in and disappearing, kind of like the other ones did on the outer corner. I don't know if that's enough for me. It's probably not, but I'm going to leave it at that. Or not. Yeah, I'm going to go right in the arch of my brow with it. Just to brighten that up just the tiniest bit. It's a little bit glittery. I tried. Alright, now I'm ready to go for the glitter. And what I want to do is put a line from my inner corner about 2/3 of the way in across my, about halfway across my crease. I couldn't get that out. And what I want to use is the Magnificent Metals, I always forget what this is called, Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Smoldering Satin. And I don't like to use the applicator when I'm doing something like this. I do like to use a liner brush. So I'm going to go in and just take it off of the paddle onto my brush and then apply it with the brush. Okay, here we go.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back, keep coming back.
It looks like a starburst or something. I'm afraid it's going to get buried in my crease. So I'm pulling it out a little bit more. Super shiny, shimmery beautifulness. Alright, I'm back with all that jazz on my face. I also put some light liner on my inner rim, lower inner rim, and my eyelashes are Demi Wispies by Christina. I love these. I like to wear these when I have something like glitter or something showing that I don't want a really dense lash to cover up. So I also chose a lippy while I was away. I decided to use the Healthy Lip by Physicians Formula in the shade Beat Healthy, and I'm going to use the Dolly Danger Plump Line Lip Liner by Buxom.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back.
Okay, so before I go do something with my hair, let's have a talk about this SAHARA palette by Face Candy. I have to say that I'm not as impressed as I am with the Bad Habits palettes. It's not a terrible palette. I really do enjoy the colors. The disappointments for me were the dark shades because they just blended away. And after reapplying and reapplying, I did get it to deepen my outer corner a little bit, but it was a pain in the tush. You know, it would have taken like one tiny dot of a rock shadow. And of course, I'm always comparing to my favorites, but I really did like these two shades, and I loved the shade that I ended up putting on my lid. There's some really pretty things in here that I'll definitely keep it for that reason. There's also some other unique shades in here. I didn't want to go the warm route just because I always go the warm route, and this is a little bit warm, but I chose the cooler of the shades in the palette just because I was trying to do something a little different. There is kind of a blue-brown color in here. There's a nice bronzy color, so there's some other things that would be nice to work into a look, so I'll definitely give this some more love. But I'm not over the moon, but it is a decent, solid palette if you need one like this that has this color scheme. Yeah, I didn't try to wet any of them. I didn't do anything, you know, heroic to try to make them work, just because I wanted to show you how they performed on their own. So I don't know how much, you know, I'll be filming with this palette again, but if you're curious about it, then I'd be glad to do some more looks with it. Go ahead and ask me about it if you'd like. But, you know, just a really nice, sleek palette, nice packaging, similar to any of the other Bad Habit, any of those kind of palettes, if you have any of those or similar to those. But, yeah, so let me go do something with my hair. Who knows what it's going to look like when I come back, but like I said, I'm experimenting. All right, so my hair is a little bit wild. It's the first time I've ever curled it with a straightener, and yeah, I mean, some of it turned out okay. Some of it looks a little raggedy and I need to redo it, but it's good enough. It is good enough. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this eye look with the SAHARA palette by Face Candy. Like I said, a little underwhelmed, but I think I still came up with a beautiful look, even though I had to work a little bit harder than I would have liked to get the pigmentation that I wanted. But anyways, this is what it looks like up close. I think the eyelashes add a nice little flare. I think the lippy matches very well, and I really do like this formula. If you guys haven't tried the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip, it's a liquid lip and it lasts a long time, but it doesn't dry your lips completely out. It's pretty nice. So there's lots of pretty colors, so check it out. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I ordinarily upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and if I do a live stream, it's on Wednesday evenings at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and so that's when you can be looking for new videos from me. And until next time, take care and God bless. Bye, guys. One of those gals that have been doing lots of bad habit. So if you'd like to see that eye look that I come up. So anyways, I have my eyes primed with Painterly Paint Pot and have those set with just kind of a flesh colored or a skin cone colored. I have my eyes primed with Painterly Paint Pot and set with just a cream colored, a color that matches my skin tone. That'll work. Ugh, blind as a bat. Holy light balls.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight.